All right, so this is after week 1, okay? We beat the Cleveland Brownies, and CBS Sports came out with their playoff chances. And I think it's stupid because after week 1, everyone has a solid chance to make the playoffs as they're only 1-0 or 0-1, right? But they said, hey, after week 1, the Bengals currently have a 36.6%. This is before Joe Burrow's injury. This is week 1. We beat the Brownies, right? So they're like, oh, yeah, you beat the Brownies, but we don't think you have not that good of a chance. Like the Chiefs, who lost to the Chargers, have a better chance. The Steelers, who barely beat the Jets, have a better chance, whatever, right? The Colts, the Dolphins really suck that bad. Anyway, so that's where we're at right now to week 1, right? So then we have now week 2. Now week 2, we obviously beat the Jags, but we lose Jake Browning. There's Jags fans out there who say, oh, well, the Bengals shouldn't have won. They only won because of a PI call that wasn't a PI call, and Brian Thomas Jr. dropped the ball a million times. Like, there's a million excuses, right? You're going to have all these excuses on why we won. But with losing Joe Burrow, okay, barely winning that game, we go up 13.3% or 12.3%. Now, obviously, yes, there is a factor of, well, now we're 2-0, right? So, and if you go through history of football, when you're 2-0, you have a lot better chance of making the playoffs than 1-1 or 0-2. But I just thought that was funny. Without Joe Burrow, they're like, yeah, we're going to give him a 13% chance to make the playoffs. Even without Shiesty, like, I don't know. I feel like, if there was never a justifiable time for them to trash on us, but if there ever a chance for them to be like, you know what, listen, we're going to have the Bengals, even though they won, we're going to have less chance because, they lost the quarterback. CBS Sports, I almost said ESPN. CBS Sports like, no, we think you're going to have a better chance to make the playoffs now. They must be talking to Zach Taylor because there's something that I'm looking at. I'm like, listen, I think we can still make the playoffs. I could think we could still be very successful. But we have a worse chance to make the playoffs without Shiesty on our team and playing with us. And that's just a fact, okay? Like, we have a worse chance. Anyway, CBS Sports actually. And then also, not only that, see, my brain. The Chiefs, week 1, right? After losing to the Chargers, okay, this is after the Chargers game. The Chiefs were at what? 53%? I'm probably going to scroll right past the whole thing. But they were like at what? 53% after week 1? Here we go. They were 62.3, okay? They then proceed to lose to the, they played the Giants this week. Then proceed to lose their game to the Eagles. And they only drop like 6%. And arguably, they look like one of the worst teams in football right now when it comes to, like, across the board. Tell me that's not favoritism. Words in the English language. Like, that is the most favoritism I've ever seen in my life. And, again, yeah, obviously, they're always going to get favoritism, let's be honest. That's kind of just how the NFL works and the media works with the Chiefs. But still, find that hilarious. Other than that, the Brownies went from 1.6% to 1.2% after getting killed by the Ravens, which, I mean, bruh, I don't know. I feel like we should just be legitimate. The Browns have a 0% chance to make the playoffs. I don't think there's really a chance out there at this moment in time. But, I mean, for the most part, the Steelers, they got demolished. Demolished is a tough term. But they got beat by the Seahawks, and they're still above us? Like, honestly, I don't think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs at all. And that's amazing because they always find a way to do so. But they just, I don't know, they just don't look like the team this year. after that Seahawks game, it's just they can't run the ball. They can't. Their offensive line is very poor. Rodgers already is blaming people. He blamed the special teams. He blamed the defense. Like, their defense is not looking good. TJ Watt doesn't even have a sack yet after a couple weeks. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know Mike Tomlin. I do have faith in Mike Tomlin because, Mike Tomlin always finds a way to do something. But, like, I don't know if I would even have the Steelers this high. I know it's only been 2 weeks, okay? I'm not trying to overreact, but I think if we're gonna live in this realistic possibility that we're going to give playoff chances after week 2 and after week 1, I think we need to have it a lot more realistic. Bengals have a 100% chance to make the playoffs because Jake Browning is him. The Steelers have a 0% chance to make the playoffs because I don't like them. The Chiefs have a 0% chance to make the playoffs. I also don't like them. Like, maybe I'll do my own playoff prediction odds every single week because I feel like, realistically speaking, playoff prediction odds, or I guess playoff chances at this point, are really just, this early in the game, man. This is really just nonsense, but also Daniel Jones is I think he's plus 8,000 to win MVP, which is kind of crazy that we're even talking about potentially Daniel Jones winning MVP, but hey, I'm going for Jake Browning for MVP. Going to have himself a nice bounce back game this week and get some things figured out, but tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one.